Well, 3 years ago, my sister did this program, and she told me stories about they went to the museum, they went to all these other places in Washington, and how it was very interesting, and all the classes, and how they heard a Holocaust survivor, and it sounded very interesting. I've been looking forward to the trip for a while. Then when I started going to the classes, I learned all these different things about the Holocaust. The first couple of classes we just learned about discrimination in general, and then we started learning about the Holocaust and then different ways Hitler influenced all the Germans, like propaganda, things like that. Uh, I, and then eventually it started to build on itself, like how terrible it was. And then when we actually went to the museum, they set it up in a way that we kind of we didn't experience it for ourselves. We went through like the whole time period of the Holocaust, first before and then during and then afterwards, just to see what they went through. And there were just some little things in the exhibit that, like the shoes, for example, and the gas chambers, things like that, and the bunk beds, how many people were squished onto them, and that really impacted me. I definitely will look at it in a more serious way. I won't, not just the Holocaust, but everything about discrimination, like racial discrimination, discrimination against religions, against different groups, not just the Holocaust. Like that's where the human rights part comes in. And when someone makes a joke, I won't laugh. I could say to them, it's not funny, and you're making people feel bad, and you're making people not feel like they're as much as a person as you are. And people don't choose to be. People don't choose to be white. People don't choose to be African American. People don't choose to be you can choose to be a certain religion, but you can't choose to be born a certain religion, things like that. And when it really bothers me when people are made fun of for things they can't control, especially. So I'm gonna stick up for people more than I did before and things like that. Well, the thing is, what Hitler did, he started it, but he started it, and then he eventually convinced a few people who convinced more people, and just went on and on. And I think if one person would have stood up against them, the same effect would have happened. More people would have stood up, and then more people, and the war would barely have started, and it would have just the Holocaust would have just ended right there. And I think that can happen for anything. So if someone's getting bullied, if one person stands up, another person will feel more comfortable standing up. So there always has to be a leader, but then of course there's going to be followers. And I feel like people sometimes are just afraid to be that one leader. But if I'm that one leader, then people will feel more comfortable following, and it'll make a big effect.